I've been brought to this mountain point, and it's just big enough for me to stand on. And it's so tall into the skies of heaven. There's no way to climb down. It's just I would have to activate my Merkaba to travel again. But this is a place for me to hear, for me to inquire, feel a connection to source, where angels and my guides are flying around and supporting me. I can sense them around me.
Beautiful. Feel yourself. Do you feel like you have a body or a form?
I feel like my form, my body is normal and that it's being suspended in the air as if I'm standing, but I'm as comfortable as if I'm laying down. I feel weightless.
Good. Do you have any colors to you? Are you wearing anything on you?
There's this material that's flowing like it's white and blue, and never seen or worn this thing before. It feels very angelic, like feels like it's an extension of my skin. I also feel like I can take form, imagine wings, and they're there, transform if I want. But I feel so comfortable as a human.
Beautiful. Is there anything you're carrying with you?
I have tools, yes. My hands are free, but I have tools on me. My belt, my blue sword, my crystal on my neck, my crystal tablet. Yes, it's a crystal it's more advanced than phones of my day.
Okay. And you said something about your heart?
Yes, I'm carrying the key to my inner heart.
Describe your whole entire surroundings. What does it look like?
It looks like this Tibetan looking mountaintop where it's almost like super tall and wispy. It's warm. It's definitely very warm, but there's this snow appearance, this snowy appearance, but it's warm. And I look out and I'm above the clouds. I'm in the skies. And the colors are very unique. There's a magenta, yellow, orange sun ray, like just illuminating the sky. And it feels like I'm in the clouds, or it feels like I'm in like this sherbet, this feeling of sherbet. All these colors are blending together.
What would you say you're standing on?
This round steeple, this round mountaintop that's flat, round, a couple feet in diameter, rocky, very flat. This mountain is a crystal of some sort. It's a very crystalline, rocky mountain.
Okay. Do you feel female or male or both?
Both.
Do you have like any facial features?
I have my human face, yes. And I have the ability to shift my face into, it prefers to seem formless and neutral. It's ageless. It's like the divine avatar face.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about the sword of yours.
This is the blue sword, the sword that was brought to my awareness in my reading with you. The sword is 3 feet long. It's about 5 inches wide. And there's this inscription along the center line of this sword. These light language characters. And it seems like it's the sword that represents whatever I give it the power to. It's a tool of amplification, sword of truth, sword of abundance, sword of strength, wisdom, light. Has a glow, has a blue glow, like a blue flaming glow. It's also a white glow, and it, because it's white, it can become any color.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and explore this location. You felt that you are meant to be here. Let's see why you're here. What do you do next? What happens next of importance?
There wasn't a stairwell down. There's a reason to be here, to feel this. You're standing on the pinnacle point, and there's no walking away from this. There's no walking into something beyond here. We are here to bring you, and for you to meet the information, for you to meet the experience here. This is the center point of presence through space and time for us to commune and connect.
Thank you. Do you have a message to commune now?
I am willing to go there, to go here, to be here. I am happy to be here with the courage to stand in the wind, to stand at the top without any fear of what's below, what's behind or in front or above. There's full love and strength within my being. The potential of this avatar, eager to be awakened more and more.
Can you tell us anything else on what this place that you've taken him to represents?
It represents independence, sovereignty, connection to the self, to oneself, to source, is represented by this very tall, very independent structure, this mountaintop. There's nothing to lean on or sit on. No space for you to even sit down. You're just standing effortlessly here to wield the magic that you have, that's within you, to wield your Merkaba if you wish to move and travel. That is the way to instill the trust in your Merkaba, to instill the trust in yourself.
Good, thank you. From the space, would you like to take him anywhere else? Anywhere else? Let's go ahead and move him inside his Merkaba. See if there's another place that he is meant to go. Moving there now, moving there now.
On the white sandy beaches of a very large island.
Look at yourself. Do you still have the similar type of, say, form, or is it different?
It's a white ethereal smoke formation, twice the size of my normal body, give or take, depending on how it wisps. It shifting. It likes to be in motion, and there's a palm tree nearby and the water not too far, and I'm just kind of like doing this dance where I'm going to the tree and hugging the tree with myself in a spirit, in like a smoky way, and then coming back to where I'm standing, just kind of playing and merging with the elements around me.
Good. Keep moving time, and if something else changes, something else happens of importance.
There's this nautilus shell, and I'm filling the shell up with myself, spiraling in, realizing this divine ratio is every time I reach another fractal of this ratio, it and then I reverse, come back out. Every fractal of this ratio is another like singing bowl octave. It feels like pew, pew, all the way to one, and then 1, 1, 3, just coming out of the shell into this infinitude of space, pressing again into it.
What does this place mean to you?
Time, time, time. Sands of time. The nautilus shell is how I move through time, how I take up time, how I interact with time. It's more, it's the timelessness. It's the many iterations of time, forms.
Wonderful. Let's go ahead and go to another important time where we seek more highest healing, taking you to a time and space where it is that we connect to your highest healing. We're there now. Tell me what you see and sense now.
Okay. There's this dragon laying down in a hypnosis. And I'm this dragon, and I'm also in this form, just traveling to this place, connecting to this dragon, feeling the heaviness of this dragon. Like it's had a really long journey. It's done a lot. It's been working very hard. It feels like it's on its deathbed of sorts.
What's in the surroundings of this dragon as it's laying there?
It feels somewhat like an open cavern, very, very open space, but there's energetic. So the ground is like this stone, but also this soft earth, and it goes around and comes up halfway, like a half wall, and it creates almost like a crater or a cradle. It continues up the wall and into this energetic cradle. There's like this energy field that surrounds the rest all the way up and around. Creates this container. It's a rainbow energetic field.
This dragon, would you allow for it to speak through you? See what messages it has.
I will. I am here.
Beautiful. Thank you. We love you, honor you, and respect you. Thank you for speaking to us. May we ask you questions?
You may.
Thank you. If you could tell us, well, first of all, do you have any messages? Why have you shown your presence today?
I am on a great quest, and this is threatened. It's threatened. I'm here to share this warning, to share this message, and to share this great story of mine. Many, many cycles of time.
Tell us. Share your journey with us. What do you have to tell us?
I have had such an honor being a peacekeeper and a guardian of peace, a guardian of the way. And this way has been mountaintop. It has been reaching and landing in these balanced states of being. And I have guided many to this place. I've fought many spiritual confrontations to maintain access to utopia, to the gates of wisdom. They come under siege. There's a campaign to dismantle them and to confuse the pathway to them. And I am immortal as long as the light has access, or I have access to the light. The threat is constant every day. or every cycle of time. I whisper vigilance into the ears for those who have ears to hear, to stand firm, to remember their part in this.
Can you share what is your connection to, or have you shown yourself today?
Beloved companion, we are one, we are companions. We have had many journeys together. I'm here to remind you of our connection, and it's still very vibrant, even though it's not at the forefront necessarily all the time. This connection is so important to remind you that you can climb on my back, you can merge in my mind and my heart with my love. I am with you. I am the fire, I am the air, I am the earth, I am the water. And I take this form to be at your service and in service with you.
You mentioned that you're in some kind of, perhaps like a maybe energetic crater of some kind surrounded by. Tell me about this land that you're within.
This land is in another dimension. This energetic barrier container is an infirmary, or it's, how do you say, like a cocoon, a chrysalis. It just keeps the vitals alive. I'm in no state to fly, and in this current moment, this container is charging me up and protecting me from the outside world. It's very necessary at this time.
You mentioned that you seem perhaps at the endings of some kind of maybe cycle or something. Can you explain that further?
My primary years or primary cycle has played out, has been imprinted on this universe. Incredible victories and journeys, and the magnitude at which I can journey is diminished, and yet still great, but diminished. And I feel like I'm at the near retirement years, you could say. But my retirement is not typical retirement, and even in this form, my power is great. Power is vast.
Thank you. Can you explain a little bit more about your retirement? What does that mean?
I extend the future transition to someone such as I and others. I have worked for thousands, maybe tens of thousands or more years, bridging the spirit into humanity and into this earth. I burn thinking of it, thinking of it's hot. I feel so hot thinking of all that I've done to get here, and it's exhausting. I feel like resting, sleeping dormant in the mountainside of this earth, as my dear brothers and sisters have.
What are some of the forms that you have assisted throughout these thousands or infinity of time?
There has been many strategic confrontations, we should say. And I've sat with the councils, I've sat with many to discuss ways out of it, but I've also had to use my light and my love and my strength to impact and influence the light of good, the light of truth on this planet. Many forms have benefited from my assistance. Many beings, you could say, known and unknown. I remain invisible to many, but I work very hard, just above, just in spirit and in so many forms inside of this earth. Even my energy courses through and is very much a part of the circuitry to uphold the planetary grid. My body right now burns so hot, I can feel oneness with the circuitry. And this is my core purpose, is to breathe into the circuitry of this planetary grid, to hold it stable, and to work with those who have the capacity to work with me.
We thank you infinitely for all your assistance throughout creation and this earth. Thank you. If you can describe, perhaps, what color are you, or if you're of any specific element as the dragon that you are.
Thank you. Thank you for your essence as well, as it is deeply nourishing me. I am a glow of green, yellow, blue, white, iridescence. I even shift from your perspective into a different color based on another perspective. My scales are softer than you would imagine, and the ridge of my spine is spiked with these glowing plasma scales, and I am crystalline, I'm diamond-like. Nothing about me is normal. So I'm not completely solid if I don't want to be, but yet I'm very heavy and very solid at this phase of my journey. So heavy. Eons and eons of observation, just observing so much.
Within this slumber type of state you are in, is there anything that we could do to assist you? You mentioned you feel heavy and you've been doing so much for eons, which once more, we love you for that. Is there anything we could do, like energetically, to assist you?
I basically tear up at the gesture. I feel so supported already, and I ask for the divine ray of Phoenix, Aurora, rising to connect with me through this grid. I yearn to be of service. I ask for more energy to heal and support me, to charge me up so that I may continue to serve for many, many more moons, that I may have space or more opportunity to commune and hang out with my brothers and sisters of this kind of fellow dragonkin. For I feel like some of us are not as free, and some of us are in more of a state of healing and dormancy. And so may I unshackle my dormancy more, may to those of my brothers and sisters.
Thank you. We send you now the provided source flame and phoenix flame, dragon flame, that is needed to replenish and re-energize, rejuvenate, whatever it is that you need to feel that perhaps, if you choose it, to not have to be within this slumber, perhaps of a rebirth. We send this infinite field of energy now to you. Let us know and communicate to us along the way.
Thank you, Shay.
Thank you for your service. Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm feeling at ease, quiet child here, just observing, participating, but the breath is easy. The third eye feels so like it's running a marathon. I feel like that's just a really active part of my body for good reason. Surrendering to that.
Good. Thank you. If I may continue to ask, Dragon messages, ask questions. Now, you mentioned that not too many, not that some of you are not as free. Can you explain that? Why that is?
We've been hunted, shackled, forgotten, erased, battled, fought, killed, exiled. We are more oppressed than the human species. So I lay in this dormancy or this state, heavy, protected, but this is for my safety mostly. And the other dragons have either had to leave or obscure themselves in this place. There's a dimension that we happily exist inside of. I say happily because it's more protected. We can not be in as much fear here, but we can't be in the same relationship as we used to be with all the kingdoms of Earth. Many people are in hiding. Many other dragons are in hiding, unsure how to merge into Earth at this time. Unwelcomed, uninvited, waiting invitation.
Yes, I agree with you. 5 years ago, when I first started coming out into, public platforms like YouTube, also my first mission was to bring forth the dragon, to help the dragon rise, as well as other magical creatures. And the world really does not understand, or thought that you were perhaps make believe or evil. Thank you. This what you're saying really means tremendously. And our goal is to unite the humans once more with who they are, or who their companions are, who are, you can say, our best friends, I guess, are. So thank you for your message today. I think it will reach many hearts in whatever form that will be shared. And then I just have, a couple more questions just to see. I know that there is many of you said that are being perhaps they're in hiding from dangers. And can you just explain some of these dangers, like what are, so that we're aware of that? What are some of these dangers besides what all you mentioned already?
And it's an honor to have connection with our human kin. We are so symbiotic together. We are really truly one when we are fully aligned in heart, in mind. Unfortunately, many of your kind have made it a point to hunt us or kill us, slay us, or detach from us from this original splitting when we were in symbiosis. Be free on the land is just as you are free on the land. For some many millennia or eons in this earth cycle, a negative image has been spun upon us, and this energy is being casted into us. It's a swirling dark smoke, and it reaches towards our heads, and it wants to strangle us. And that smoke is tethered to every soul that's not inviting us with love. So we cannot even be amongst your peoples for your own energy, and fear-based ways wouldn't allow it. And also, while that's happening, not even from humans, there's this force pressure. It's more of a pressure on all sides, on all corners, pressuring in. We, the dragon, our diamond scales, we can hold up to pressure, but we can't expand if the pressure is too great. And so we're unable to expand, unable to move our wings very much. And this pressure is just keeping us at place within the earth, within the skies, within your mountainsides, your landscapes, pressured into being less than we fully have been.
Thank you. I understand that. Would you say that this pressure also has perhaps any connection to any type of, dark energy or like black magic?
100%. The source of this pressure, it's not unnatural. It's not natural. It's a synthetic pressure being implemented upon us.
Thank you. As one of the reasons why I asked is I travel throughout different locations, both physically or energetically, and sometimes I will run into perhaps dragons that are tied up with black magic bindings, trapped in different places. So that's why I asked that. And I want to ensure, you don't have any of that, do you? On you now?
No, my state is, I've been lifted from that in the recent years. Much of that dark magic has been lifted, but the greater space that I can work within still very much has dark magic upon it, and my brothers and sisters are still yearning for invitation into white magic, into their divine sovereignty and release from dark spells that have been casted. In fact, it has done one incredible ceremony of awakening of Sister Dragon in Arkansas, and the dragon energy has been reaching into and to remind of this connection, to remind many symbiosis that we offer. Once this dark magic is lifted, we can actually go to other places where there's dark magic and remove it as if it's unable to ever take root again.
Beautiful. I once was in Arkansas and I was shown that, well, one, there was a dark portal containing the dragons from connecting to these lands, and then then there was a releasement, and they explained that Arkansas was one of the locations that was a dragon portal. Can you share anything about that?
Yes, Arkansas is this energy I spoke to of the field charging me, the ground being a container, and the field around it. It's all part of this energetic grid. And Arkansas is this charging point, this portal, you could say, for crystalline entities. Many of my brothers and sisters live in the caverns here, or lay dormant in the caverns here, or stuck here. Arkansas is the largest crystal deposit in the world. It's got the rarest crystals in the world. We don't even have words for them, for how to explain what these crystals look like, or what they're made of, how they work. They're being unearthed now. The time has come to remove the blinds of this incredible energetic port. And we are like protectors of this port, of guides, shapers, creators. Some of us have directly created caverns or crystals. We ask for you to continue to discover and awaken and remove these shackles, remove these spells. We need this invitation and this collaboration. We may not show you our form immediately in the physical, but our hearts, fused with your energy, become more of a impulse electromagnetic device, and we can send this energy into this crystal portal, or just this crystal ley line, and connect across the entire planet from here.
Beautiful. Can we do that now? Can we call forth with your permission and higher self permission? Can I please speak to higher self now?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. If you could just work in union. I am still talking to the dragon. I just wanted to make sure that you are there assisting as well. Well, of course you are, but just wanted to make sure you talked.
This is so.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let me continue to speak back to the dragon, and we're going to call forth an assistance, higher self, if you can connect us to um, aid, perhaps some angels. And I know that the seraphim are dragon in nature. That would you connect us to the collective of benevolence of angels as well as the seraphim to specifically work? We call forth on them now to go to that location there on Earth, that portal that is that needs to be fully transformed and activated. Start working on it so that that ley line that the dragon spoke of can start be replenishing and regenerating back to being organic and crystalline, so that it can now be fluent in transportation of dragons through. Can we do that, higher self?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Let's all start doing that now. And then the collective of dragons as well, benevolence of all dragons to assist well. Now, as we know that how important it is for every human to have their magical friend and companion with them. So I know that this portal will not just connect dragons, will it also connect to other magical creatures like griffins and fairies and all the magical mystical lands? Yes. Did you say yes?
It's like a rejoice, like celebration. Yes.
Beautiful. Let's bridge them through now. Beautiful. Let's pull out that call higher self now. That the benevolence of mystical creatures in creation, those who also have, say, companions on Earth that they are meant to be connected with, that have been separated, for them to come forth now, and those higher selves that allow, or the people who are allow of this magic and are starting to wake up to the magic, for them to be bridged to them once more. Let's begin that process now. The collective of angels doing that now. Can you do that?
Yes.
Beautiful. Wow. What a powerful session. Thank you. I see why it had to be rescheduled a couple times. And why it needed to be done today after all that has recently occurred. Thank you. Energetically on Earth. As we've been speaking and communicating on our YouTube channel. Thank you for that. Okay. Beautiful. I could feel the shift on Earth, and wow. Makes me want to cry.
I feel it so much in my body. There's this pushing energy into the ley lines.
Yes, everyone. And everyone's in the universe assisting this now. You know how important it is for, what would you say, speaking to the dragon once more, would you say that, do all humans have companions to dragons? They all have a dragon companion?
More or less, yes. Everyone can. We will refer to avatar just in the sense that you have to go and seek connection to your dragon, and to befriend a dragon is its own journey. But everyone can. Yes.
Thank you. And there was a session that we shared about the dragons, and we shared that in the preview of book 2 to come, and we talked about, it was shared through that session, how the dragons were the key to ascension. In other words, you ride a dragon to ascend out. Can you tell us any more about that?
Dragon symbiosis. This riding the dragon out is the quintessence of completing symbiosis, merging two hearts into one, fully telepathic, fully responding and acting as one when you're together writing, feeling the rhythm and the pulse, feeling the strength and the flight, amplification of power, embodying this oneness, the journey of going inside your own heart and unlocking the keys to your inner heart, to your inner dragon. And we ride together into the ascension with this completion of divine polarities.
Beautiful, thank you. And then, if I may, there, if you could explain to us what is happening to, say there is a human that has a dragon and as a companion, and what happens if they take, the V into them? What happens to you since you are a companion to them?
What happens if they take the what?
Vaccine, the vaccine. What happens to
Mhm.
you if does anything happen to you if they take this AI nano into themselves?
Besides me crying, um, you could say a diminishment in the symbiosis. It is like taking a great fire and pouring water on top. You want this fire. You need this fire to stay warm, to provide you with the prana, right? And so constricting the flow, constricting the fires, it just takes longer for the fire to evaporate the water away and to go through the purification process from a new place. Um, some of this restriction, I guess, or diminishment is entirely upon person's mindset with V. There are varying degrees of fear, varying degrees of intention, and of what you call power of mind. And the more someone is subscribed to the mindset that this is something they have to do but don't want to do, and something that they can cleanse, then that mindset is given more flow for that work to be done. However, the opposite is true. If the subscriber is in the mindset of fear and thinking that death is around the corner and that they have to rely on this to survive, and that they've given such power to this technology, then that technology has been given more power. And our codes that we create with our mind, because we are epigeneticists, we turn on and turn off different switches that equate to more or less the diminishment of the connection to the dragon. Unfortunately, it takes great intention for that person. They must basically do twice the diligent work to purify and cleanse mind, body, spirit.
Thank you. The AI could be a form of black magic. Therefore, is this something that's rippled to, say, if a person has a dragon companion? Is that rippled also to the dragon as well? This black magic? Is this some of what you're saying that you've taken? A lot of you have taken to a hiding, as we know on Earth. There's unfortunately many that took the vaccine.
Yes and no. Yes, some dragons have been turned away from their sovereignty, from the purity of their organic timeline by being seduced or connected to dark magic cords. We have worked with you and many others to stop this from continuing. And so we have only a limited amount of dragons that are under the black magic spell. And I don't know the answer to a solution, because I feel the sense of death and destruction. I feel the sense of great rehabilitation, and it's unclear the way forward for those dragons. We will not respond to any black magic anymore. We can only be dormant, but we cannot be activated by black magic anymore. May that be clear. The only way to activate your dragon is to do so in a good way, with love and light.
Wow, that's powerful. Thank you. We have been working, as you said, we have been working on that to ensure that no dragons were being, say, compromised or hijacked or enslaved in any form by the choice of the person's vaccination. So thank you for that. That means everything. Thank you.
We'd like to add that
Mhm.
these dragons that have been hijacked, they need to be dismantled. It's unclear how many or to what extent, but they are creating many obstacles.
Higher self, can you connect us to Source, please? I'd like to speak to Source now.
Yes.
Greetings, Source. We love you, honor you, and respect you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. We call forth on your assistance today because of what our beautiful dragon friend that is speaking mentioned, that there has been some dragons that have been hijacked, and he mentioned that they need to be dismantled. Can you, as Source, and you are all seeing, would you be able to find all of these dragons that have been compromised now in our universe?
Yes.
What is the advice you give us as far as, are we able to bring them just back to love light like we do with all other entities and help them see the light within them? And can we remove the black magic bindings on them in the compromise?
Yes, of course. It's just a matter of time.
Can you begin that process now, Source, with the collective of love light in our universe and the benevolence of beings that hear us today? Can we start the process of dismantling the black magic around them so that they are able to have that choice of returning back to being love light?
Yes.
Thank you. Will that be, go ahead.
It would be a distinct honor.
Thank you, Source. Would that be something that would be completed now, or is it going to take some time?
I am going to send an initial wave and continue to work with and support all of these dragons as they are ready to come back into love light. I'm sending this wave now.
Beautiful. Thank you, Source. We collectively send it with you as well. Thank you. Thank you. This is beautiful. If I could please speak back now to the dragon. Is there anything else we can assist you before we begin his body scan?
I just wish to remind any other to be playful with your dragon, just as your cat you would be. We want to lift the veil of serious and of harsh and cold energy you feel upon the earth. We are joyful, fun, playful creatures, and we just want to be tickled sometimes.
We've been told through prior sessions that all animal companions are mystical creatures, and a good portion of dragons are inside our animal companions that make us joyful and tickle, our cats and dogs. What would you say of that?
This is our way of being there with you, and yes, we so enjoy being in your presence through these creatures, these amazing companions. They do so much in their own way, and it's a good way for us to all be together.
Beautiful. Thank you. It truly has been the greatest honor today to be speaking to you. And I know how important and vital this session is for our collective organic ascension and timeline. And I know and I feel what it has done for the collective. So I humbly thank you for you being the speaker, for the voice of the collective of the dragons in this time and space. I love you with all that I am.
And I love you. Thank you.
Thank you. If I could please speak now back to Conrad's higher self.
Absolutely.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. What a gift. Thank you. Higher self, tell us though, I know, well, we did a lot, but there's reasons why you took him to these different places. If you could tell him, first of all, you took him to this very high realm that maybe perhaps a peak, like a mountain, that was very magical for him. Why did you take him to that space? What was the purpose?
Stand on his own. This is the most important part. To realize that he must be willing to stand on his own at the top of this place, looking at all possibilities far and wide, and the sensations that this brings are all lessons for growth, all ways for him to experience this stake, this he knows where the top is, he knows where he can stand on his own.
Wonderful. And then you also showed him how, there's the different forms to him that he can just really morph into. He had a sword and perhaps an angelic form. Anything else you want to tell him about that?
The sword, not to be fully revealed in its entirety, but to sit with the sword and to first understand that you wield a very mighty, you could say weapon in some eyes, or you could say tool or relic or energy device. You will soon find more of this meaning to you. You have many tools at your disposal that can materialize. Your wings, for instance, or your Merkaba, you can take your Merkaba and you can put that energy into your wings now. You can see that these wings have always been there. They've just been, folded up. Well, extend them out, feel that form without flapping your wings. Just know that from this mountaintop you can fly and you can go and travel anywhere. So your form as is how spirit would like to perceive you in most instances for now.
Thank you. And then also, what is the reason that you took him to that dragon there?
He needs to know how long we've been together, how important our bond is to each other, and to know that we are one, and that I would very much like to be awakened, to help my brothers and sisters awaken. And so I call upon Conrad and support from guides around him to become aware of me and to acknowledge me and to allow me to share my wisdom if you'll have it.
Beautiful. Are you then like his companion, you say? Like a dragon companion to him?
Me, I'd go way back. Yes.
Thank you. All right. By yourself? Is this a good time to begin his body scan now?
Yes.
Thank you. Who would you like for us to call forth to assist during his body scan? Any archangels or ascended masters, or we could also have his dragon assist as well.
Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron.
Beautiful. Higher self, connect us now to Archangel Michael and Metatron. I'd like to speak to them now.
Yes, of course.
Greetings. We love you, honor you, and respect you, both of you. Thank you for your beautiful essence and souls to be here in assistance. Thank you. If you could work with the higher self now, let's go ahead and begin his body scan, scanning him from head to toe, looking for any negative energies, entities, technologies. Tell me what is within him that needs healing. Where would you like to begin first?
Yes. We sense that it would be most beneficial to start with the core region, lower belly, solar plexus, and sacral chakra area.
Good. Let's scan both of those areas now. Tell me what is within there that needs healing, energy, entity, or technology.
Yes, there's this reverse, I think it's a technology, yes, reverse technology. It's like a handle, and it's reverting whatever good holds on to it and turning it into a darker energy. There's a blockage happening as well, and this is like a broken mirror, not fully reflecting the pure image.
Thank you. And what part exactly is it in?
The sexual energy center.
Okay, thank you. And we're going to go ahead and direct Phoenix Fire now to that part of the technology in his sacral energy. And we're going to transmute that technology out now. Higher self, can we do that?
Yes.
Anything else within the sacral energy that needs healing? Any other energies, entities, or technologies?
No.
Very good. Thank you, Michael Metatron and Higher Self. I'm going to be speaking to all three of you in union. So just work on that now. Thank you. How about in the solar plexus? Is there something there? Any other energies or entities or technologies needed healing there?
It's a flow. Like the gate is up halfway, and the gate needs to be brought down so that the energy can flow fully, unrestricted in this area, so as to regain balance. Yes, this is a self-imposed restriction, so we can remove this as well.
Good. Start doing that now. Do you need any Phoenix Fire?
This would help, yes.
Good. Directing Phoenix Fire there as well to the solar plexus. Okay, we'll let you continue to work on the technology there. His sacral. Just let us know once it is removed. Let's go ahead and scan him now. All three of you scanning him for any entities. We want to find all entities in him now. Where does he have some at?
We scan an entity in his head.
Okay, is that an Archon or Reptilian or Earthbound entity? What kind?
Archon.
Good. Contain it now with the alchemy symbols. Higher self, archangels, let us know when it's contained in his head.
Contained.
Good. Let's start neutralizing that Archon out of his head now. Can you all do that?
Yes.
Good. We're providing Phoenix Fire where it's needed there as well. Tell us, when was it that this attached to his head?
It's been here since birth. Before it's found a way to connect over and over through space and time.
Okay, so was it there at birth or before, like another life, you could say?
Another life.
Okay. And what was going on with him in that life that allowed for it to attach?
There was a compromise, a breach in oneself that that made life at that time feel like it wasn't worth living, and all hope was given up. Any practice, was abandoned, and the soil was planted with the bad seed, you could say.
Okay. Let's start providing love light healing to that time and space, healing that past life where this occurred in this entryway. Can we do that for him?
Yes.
Thank you. Let's continue scanning him. We want to find all entities in him now to ensure that we contain them all now. Where else does he have entities at?
My knee.
Did you say his knee?
Yes.
Okay. Which one, left or right?
It's predominantly my left. It seems like it's both, though.
Okay. Let's go ahead and scan his knees now. What is hiding there? What kind of entity is that? Reptilian, Archon, or Earthbound entity?
This is a earthbound entity.
Okay. Surrounded now with the alchemy symbols. Let me know when it's surrounded.
Yes.
Good. We'll talk to it in a little bit. Let's scan his DNA now too. Looking for any negative fractals attached or entities or AI in his DNA. How does his DNA look?
It looks very good. I see there's some work to continue to do to clean it up and, turn it on in many ways. But it's very beautiful DNA, we have to say.
Wonderful. Let's go ahead and fill it in with love light and just bringing it to its full crystalline formation as it's allowed in this time and space with the higher self. We're also going to deprogram any false programming within it as well as the higher self allows. And I just want to confirm there is nothing negative integrated into it, no entities, nothing like that, correct?
Correct.
Beautiful. Good. I'll allow for you to continue to work on his DNA. Now, Let's go ahead and continue scanning his entire body for any other entities. Are there any other in him? And where?
Nothing is coming through at this time.
Beautiful. One more time, all three of you, deeply, thoroughly, ensuring nothing is hiding, nothing is cloaking itself, deeply, thoroughly. Any other entities in him?
It is important to share that I removed a hook a year and a half ago. That was a hook to a reptilian that was connecting him to his mom. So
Okay.
That reptilian is being thought of at this time and is being brought into the space and would benefit from further clearing.
Good. And where was this hook at in him?
This hook was in his third eye.
Okay. All right. Let's provide love light healing if needed from the removal. Beautiful job. Him stepping in his sovereignty and doing that himself. If I could then speak to the reptilian to see what we can assist it with. Higher self, connect me to it now. Greetings.
Hello.
Thank you for speaking to us. We love you, honor you, and respect you. May we ask you questions?
Sure.
If you could tell us, where is it that you are located at? Where are you?
Underground.
Is that, you said underground what?
Underground your earth.
Thank you. And
we all have different duties and tasks around here.
okay. Are you there physically or energetically?
Physically.
Okay. Can I please speak to Michael now? Higher self, connect me to Michael.
Yes, speaking.
Thank you, Michael. I love you dearly. This reptilian that we're speaking to, that is inside, it's physically there. Since it's physically there, should we connect to the other reptilians that are physically there as well? How should we go about communicating to this reptilian?
These are both good options of speaking directly to just the reptilian or speaking to many, as the outcome is probable for both scenarios of a good love light infusion. The most prominent choice would be to speak directly to just the reptilian.
Okay, thank you. Let me speak to the reptilian back again. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Speaking to you now. And if you could tell us a little bit more about, you said that there are other reptilians with you there in the physical. What is it that you all do there?
We keep you enslaved. We do tasks that pull strings of our, I had to find a word that is not as abrasive to you. We, for instance, myself, I maintain fear within people by pulling different strings to create anxiety, disharmony, confusion, disbelief. Anything that I can do to influence fear, it's my main task.
How is it that you do this? How do you pull these strings to influence people like this?
Being hooked into the third eye can give you visions of an outcome, can give you visions to fear, can give you connections to people that you see in this space and to beings that you see in this space. I can obscure it and confuse it, and just as you're about to connect, for instance, with his mom can reach out and have a seemingly human experience, but it's really a ploy being perpetuated by me to create disharmony and incongruent visions.
Thank you. Thank you for your honesty. We are assisting entities as you throughout creation. As you know, the earth is ascending and the universe will ascend. Therefore, entities like you who are playing these negative polarized role will be recycled sent straight back to source. Instead, we honor the entity that you are and all the experiences that you have gained through this being who you are. We'd love to assist you to spread your light instead of recycling back to source. And you can instead spread your light and become sovereign and free. Would you allow for us to help you positive polarize?
Yes, I am on this journey now and am carrying out this quest now and hope to return to source in full alignment with this energetic.
Beautiful. Thank you. Start spreading your light. We're helping you spread your light now to all parts of you within that reptilian vessel that you are. And as you're spreading your light, do you think that it would be a good idea to connect to the rest of the reptilians there in that base that you're at that are there to see if they would like the same opportunity?
Yes, I would very much like to give them this opportunity.
Thank you. Connect us now to all the reptilians there. Speaking to all of you collectively now, as you see and sense and feel the transformation of your brother here who is spreading his light and is freeing himself from this servitude of negative polarization, harming others or draining on others' lights. Instead, you can be free, no longer have to do that anymore. You would instead spread your light and become sovereign, incarnating perhaps somewhere else. The possibilities are endless. You would be free from this service to self role. Would you allow for us to help you spread your light?
We say yes.
Beautiful. How many are there that we're speaking to that are saying yes?
There are several hundred.
Wonderful. Thank you. All of you there, the angels are there assisting you spread your light. How many of you hundreds have attached to on Earth? How many humans have you attached to?
This is our job.
Mm-hmm.
Each of us has many humans that we've attached to.
Okay, good. Let's connect to Metatron, if you can, brother. Thank you for being here. Metatron, connect us to those many that they have attached to, the humans or any animal life, whatever they've attached to, and ask their higher selves if they will allow for us to help them release those attachments from them of the consciousness, reptilian consciousness. Let me know what they say. Do they allow their higher selves?
It's not all of them, but the majority of them do allow this.
Beautiful. Thank you, Metatron. Help assist them now and your legion to spread their love light of the consciousness that they attach. And once all those consciousness are all light, bring them back to these hundreds of reptilians in this space and assist them in making themselves whole once more. We also call forth higher self on Archangel A.U.R.A. Can you connect us to him now?
Yes.
Thank you, brother, and welcome. If you can stand by to when they're ready. Speaking to all the reptilians there now, let us know once you're fully whole and you're all light once more.
Yes, we are.
Thank you, thank you. Do you have a message for before you go?
I love you and I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
Thank you. Our infinite love to all the hundreds of you there that have positive polarized. We thank you. We love you and we respect you. May you be surrounded by the love light of the universe. Archangel A.U.R.A. and his legion will ensure your safe passageway. Blessings. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So love light healing to his third eye. If there's any more needed from this attachment that was there, he removed. Thank you. Okay. Now, has the archon been removed from his head completely?
Yes, it has been removed and it is been contained outside, but still in his field.
Okay, so let's completely neutralize that to no longer be. Can you all do that?
Yes.
Good. All right, let's provide love light healing now and Phoenix fire to the entire head where this archon was attached. Doing all of that now, healing any damage it caused by being there. What was it causing by being there in his head?
It's causing indulgence and complacence. It was
Good. So we're transmuting, healing any falseness, whatever it is that it was causing. Thank you. Okay. And how about the technology in his sacral? Has that been completely removed?
yes.
Good. Fill it in with love, light, his sacral, bringing it back to organic, how it's meant to be in balance creatively. Thank you. Creationally. Thank you. Okay. Now, there's a couple things I want to make sure if we can scan him for any negative chords. Michael, does he have any?
No.
Beautiful. Thank you, Michael. And then how about any, I want to confirm he doesn't have any implants, hooks, or negative portals. Does he have any?
There's what to call it in the heart area.
Mm-hmm. What's there?
It's a hook.
Okay. Let's start removing the hook now. And who's connected to the hook?
It's like it's a hook of past lovers, and so you could say that a few hands are holding on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and remove those attachments to the hook now. Phoenix fire there. Let me know once it's fully removed.
Yeah, but the Phoenix fire was strong instantly.
Good. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, healing any trauma that caused by being there. Thank you. Does he have any other negative portals or wires or negative technology in him? Scan him deeply, thoroughly.
I don't sense anything.
Beautiful. And confirming he has no other hooks in him?
Correct.
Okay, and then what can you share, higher self, of there's a couple more things actually. I just want to make sure that we got everything. So balancing all his chakras, ensure that all his chakras are balanced, none are blocked or misaligned. Also expanding his heart to the biggest it can be, higher self, and activating his abilities and his third eye. Can we do that for him?
Yes.
Good, thank you. And then age regress. Can we age regress him, higher self?
Yes.
How many years?
3 years.
Start the process now, please. And then his auric field as well, healing his auric field, ensuring that everything's crystalline within him and organic. Can we do that?
Yes.
Good. Does he have any fragmented soul pieces that need to be regained back to him?
No.
Thank you. And how about any negative contracts?
Yes. They need to be released.
Good. Higher self and archangels, go ahead and remove those contracts, those negative contracts that no longer serve him. Can you do that?
Yes.
And if you could tell us what were these contracts for?
These contracts were for bringing people into the fold, so to speak, to recruit and to serve the AI machine with resources and other various smaller things that would be considered very negative.
Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you. Let's go ahead and remove him from that. He's not consenting to that. See, there's a couple things. He has psoriasis. We want to ensure that we completely heal that today. Was there anything that we removed rooted to the psoriasis? Or what's the root cause to it?
There's a heat that courses this body. This heat rises up and through the skin and creates a very dry skin for psoriasis. And this heat is exacerbated by different factors, some foods, some other things that he can control in his daily life, but would like to say, yes, a large influence has been removed. And we'll fill that space in today with love light, and this heat will be more balanced and find a way to dissipate more appropriately for his skin.
Thank you. And what was the initial, how did the psoriasis become? Was there anything initially that happened in his life that caused for that to begin?
Not necessarily, although it did serve as a catalyst event.
Thank you. Start healing any roots of what you mentioned for the psoriasis. If we could start completely healing his psoriasis, can we do that?
Yes.
And he wants to ensure that, that he's reaching unconditional love and acceptance. Anything he needs to know about that higher self?
Yes, your unconditional love is exceptional, and your acceptance always prevails. And the way forward is to just continue to look at all the ways that you're responding and thinking about people and situations so that you hold them in unconditional love and light and acceptance. And we wish to remove thought forms that think otherwise. And this is all it is. It's just the thought forms that come in before you reach the conclusion of unconditional love that can be erased.
Beautiful. Thank you for assisting him with that. Anything else you want him to know about? You showed him so much so of this galactic, I don't know if you could call it galactic history, as I feel that that infinity that you took him to, those realms were just infinite. But anything else you want to tell him about himself that he needs to know now?
Honored to be incarnated as in this life, and that this is an incredible feat to be here receiving this healing with all of these guides and to play a part in this planetary conscious evolution is my distinct pleasure and honor. And I hope to, as young as I am, I hope to continue to find ways to serve humanity and do that. Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing really great, Conrad.
Beautiful. That he is. You and he is such a beautiful, beautiful soul. What an honor it has been to have worked with you. And this session was, oh my God. There are no words, just perhaps relief, and to know that we were able to assist the dragons in the ways that we did. Our infinite love most profoundly to that dragon and all dragons in creation, every benevolent being that assisted today with today's healing, all the angels, Archangel Metatron, Michael, higher self, especially you for having him follow his heart to ours in conducting this most profound healing for himself and his dragon friend and the collective. Wow, what a gift he has been today. We love you, honor you, and respect you. Blessings to everyone. Higher self, are we complete with his session today? Is there anything else that I could have asked that I haven't?
We are complete.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will bring him back now, higher self.
Greetings. It is such an honor to be here with you explaining what Galactic Soul History book series is about. I am Aurora. I am the founder of A.U.R.A Hypnosis Healing, which you will find here in our beautiful books. Book 1. Every part of this book is divinely beautiful, beginning from the cover and the amount of wisdom and knowledge that is being shared. This book began by A.U.R.A Hypnosis Healing Technique by conducting past life regression on over 330 clients within the last 3 years, where they told their galactic history, their soul journeys, explaining who they were beyond the veil, beyond this earth, in the dimensions, in a universe. These different higher self expressions surprise me just as much as they're going to surprise you. You're going to start reading this book and you're going to want to learn more and more about these different expressions, not wanting to stop. Through these past life regressions, the clients were able to remember consciously what is within the subconscious as far as where it is that they've traveled throughout time and space, their souls have traveled, and they were able to share histories of different different dimensions, planets, and universe and alternate worlds that brought forth pieces of the puzzle, pieces we had thought that we had forgotten. And through every self-expression that they share and these different past lives that they're sharing or future, we learn to be able to remember self, because as we are all fractals of one another, through this book, you will learn how even if a client is talking through a higher self perspective or some of the angelics are talking, you will learn how each one of those have messages even within your life, as we are all expressions and reflections of one another. True history of the galactic history of the universe through all different forms of these higher self expressions, these different clients of throughout internationally throughout the world didn't know each other, but yet we're able to put this beautiful collaboration together. It goes through an infinite amount of how to self-heal, as well as things that are very sensitive, as the mind lab, as how to weave through the artificial matrix and learning to come out from it into the organic matrix. I am a channel to the galactics, and we channeled furthermore information through this book as well. You will remember your soul through other selves. This in itself is infinitely beautiful, because this is why we fractalize from source itself, so that we can learn from one another, sharing each other's journeys throughout our different incarnations, so that we could grow together. So this is what this book is all about, sharing these beautiful infinite expressions that help you grow in the most profound ways, gaining your sovereignty, gaining your power back, recalling memories long lost within perhaps your memory field, activating your crystalline energies, your crystalline bodies, just as you will fall in love with each one of these different clients, these beautiful souls in these soul journeys. You will also learn to fall in love with yourself, because you, with every wisdom, every knowledge gained through every single session that you will learn how to also self-heal within your etheric, your energy body, your physical body, your infinite soul. You will learn all these different things that we thought were not possible, that you will learn that they are possible. Looking forward to meeting you perhaps in the future through whichever form, whether that is on my YouTube channel, whether it is through any class or certification, through a workshop, through a seminar. Thank you for following your heart to mine. I love you, honor you, and respect you. Thank you.